Hi, I'm Ree. Welcome back to my channel, Mummy of Four Does Disney, and a massive Disneyland Paris haul. We recently got back from a 5-night trip to Disneyland Paris, which was absolutely magical. I will link the full vlog series playlist below so you don't miss a single episode, in which I share everything you need to know when planning a trip to Disneyland Paris and all of the magic too. So the first thing that we bought in this haul, I've got to say, the bags. The shopping bags in Disney are just great. When we went to Walt Disney World in Florida, I did buy a couple of these little 50th carrier bags, literally one this size and I think a bigger one too. And I love them so much I thought I'd get quite a few Disneyland Paris ones because they're perfect for shopping just here in the UK. I quite like these medium-sized bags. They've got the 30 Years of Magic on one side, then the Earful Tower from Walt Disney Studios Park and the upcoming Avengers Campus detailed on the other side. I end up using these bags in the park quite a lot when my children take off sweatshirts and coats and things. They're good for just slinging in bits that you pick up through the day. The next thing that the children bought out of some of their Christmas and birthday money are these Mickey and Minnie plushes. So William actually decided just to buy a Minnie because he's already got quite a lot of Mickey plushes. The girls bought both a Mickey and a Minnie each. Taking a look at Minnie, she's wearing her 30th celebration outfit with this really sparkly dress and a lovely big bow in her hair. Just for comparison's sake though, this is the iridescent Minnie from Walt Disney World, and the Disneyland Paris Minnie, you'll notice, is like a little sister because she is considerably smaller than the 50th. I guess she's had 20 years more to grow over in Florida. But just thought that was quite interesting if you want to compare Minnie in her 50th getup and Minnie in her Disneyland Paris 30th. We'll put Mickey and Minnie back here to keep us company as we show you the rest of the haul. If you've seen any episodes in the vlog series so far, you'll know that I was looking for this tote bag in Disneyland Paris as kind of a more sturdy, substantial version of these shopper bags, just to throw in jackets and bigger things and my giant camera and things that don't fit in my Loungefly bags. They didn't have any in stock, but they did, however, have this, which is like a fold-away, zip-away bag, which has actually got this little hook. It's quite handy because I hooked it on with a carabiner to my Loungefly bag, and then when I had to put things in it, I could unpack it like this. Now, these were available in certain stores when you spent over 20 euros. I know you could get them in the Emporium and World of Disney and places, but I'm really pleased with that. I always like to keep a fold-away shopping bag in my bag wherever I'm going, even whether I'm locally or on holiday. So this is fantastic. It says Disneyland Paris. I only hope that we never get to lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse, Walt Disney. And it's got the logos of Discoveryland, Disneyland Park 1992, Mickey, Walt Disney Studios and the Hollywood Tower of Terror. And another little shopping bag. I could not resist. This one is all in like the 30th colouring and logos and stuff. This is a much smaller, far less substantial bag, but ideal for just if you're picking up a couple of bits locally. I'm not normally a fan of these bags that have the less substantial straps, but the pattern on it was just so gorgeous and so festive. It's got Aladdin's lamp, Donald Duck, Minnie, Daisy, Chip and Dale, or Tick and Tack as they call them in Disneyland Paris. Goofy, Skull Rock, loads and loads of Disneyland Paris things to find on the pattern. So this little zipper purse that I bought was bought specifically to house the most expensive purchases of the trip. So first let's look at this little wallet. It's got the Disneyland Paris, all the different writing all over it. It's just big enough for like credit card size things or coins, and it does have the little carabiner on it. So I actually found it ideal for when this bag was packed away, attaching these two items to the back of my Loungefly to carry them around. So the main reason I bought this little purse was to house our annual passes. Yes, we are now Disneyland Paris annual pass holders. So my eldest only wanted to spend one day in the park, so didn't want an annual pass. My husband is actually on a separate lanyard because he was sort of coming and going from the park himself. And then I was holding the children's Magic Plus Park passes inside this little zippy thing. The reason I wasn't giving the children their annual passes to hold on to was a couple of reasons really. First of all, they only physically need them to scan into the park, and then if they wanted to use them to buy something with discount. Now, they wouldn't be on their own buying something without me, and to be honest, we'd be using my pass, which is the Infinity Pass, which has got a higher discount rate anyway. If you want me to do a full video about the annual passes, all the discounts, features, benefits, and giving the pros and cons of which one you should get in which situation, let me know in the comments. I will put together that video. But basically, the children didn't actually need their passes once they got past the gates. And secondly, if you lose your pass and you need a replacement card, it is a €40 fee to replace it. I did ask, and then from then I was like, oh, I will hang on to these. So I've got the Infinity Pass. My husband and children have got the Magic Plus Pass. So there's 15 days a year we wouldn't actually be able to enter the parks altogether, so I just won't book those days. Now with my Infinity Pass, I actually got a photo pass, which is really, really cool. That means we can collect all the photos from the rides or the magic shots with photo pass. You log on with the code on the back of the card and the website address on the front to access all your photos. You can download those straight away. So the children were still wearing lanyards, which you will have noticed if you saw the vlog series. The priority card is the equivalent of the Disability Access System, or DAS, that they have in Florida. I explained about DAS in this video, and I touched on the priority access and explained it in brief in this video, all about the things you need to do before Disneyland Paris. If you'd like to see a full video about the priority access and the easy access in Paris, the differences, how you apply, and how we found it in practice, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know if you'd like me to compare it to the Walt Disney one, if that would be something of interest. Anyway, something I did purchase to go with the children's lanyards. So the lanyards they had on the cruise to hold their Key to the World cards, but they had these kind of little plastic holders on the bottom of the lanyards, and the children were constantly playing with them. I thought, you know what, if I don't do something, they're going to lose their priority cards. So on the second to last day, on the Saturday, I called into World of Disney to pick up some of these. They're card holders. They've got a zip top on them up here. They attach to a lanyard. It makes it much more difficult to lose the card. So I got these back to the hotel. I was like, right guys, hand in your lanyards. Mummy's just gonna upgrade them to these super tight zippy ones. And lo and behold, Zara's priority card had fallen out somewhere between the last ride we went on and the hotel. So next time we go back to Disneyland Paris, I am going to have to replace her priority card. I don't believe there'll be a fee for that. I will have to check when I get there. But I know there's a fee if you have to replace your annual pass card, but the priority card should technically have just been attached to the annual pass. So the other two should be able to use their cards on the next trip, whereas if you have a normal priority pass that's just attached to a ticket, you have to kind of do them each trip. But I will explain all of that in the disability video if that's something you want to see. So next time we visit, I will have to sort out Zara's priority card and get her another one, because it literally fell out of the plastic holder on her lanyard almost at the very end of the trip. Moral of the story, these things are more secure than the ones where the card can just fall out. The next thing I've got to show you is something that William built in Discoveryland in the Droid Factory. There's a shop just at the exit of the Star Tours ride where you can build your own droid. So this is the one that William made. You can piece together all the different choices. You can choose Disney hats, festive hats, all sorts, all the different colours of arms and legs and bodies. So he's really pleased with that. They're the same price whether you buy them pre-made or you assemble your own droid. They click together kind of like Lego, so I guess if you bought a few you can mix and match them. But William is really pleased with this purchase. The next thing I've got to show you are really, really special, because this is our third Disney family holiday, but the other two were under much tighter COVID restrictions. If you saw our Disney Cruise vlog series where we sailed on the Magic, it was absolutely fantastic, but there were quite a lot of social distancing restrictions in place. The adults had to wear masks indoors, the face characters did not, but they had to stay at least 2 meters from everyone else. You had to stand on a spot, the characters stand on a spot. The children didn't have to wear masks then, but there were no hugs and no autograph. Then we went to Florida in January of 2022. The children actually had to wear masks inside because they were over the age of 2 and there's no exemptions for autism in Walt Disney World at the time. And there were, again, no hugs and no autographs. So the interactions were lovely, but this time for our Disneyland Paris trip, the children actually got to experience hugs and autographs for the first time, and honestly, it made me cry all of the happy tears. So they got these autograph books. which are really lovely. They're for the 30th celebrations, but inside, next to the space for the autographs, you can see this one belongs to Zara, and they have got 3 of them, all the same. But there is actually a slot to put in like a photograph. So next to the relevant autograph, I need to print off the photo that was taken by the photographer to pop in there. And then they also bought, the girls bought these princess ones, and William bought this kind of Mickey and Friends one. These are Disneyland Paris pens, but they're much larger than a standard pen. So the fluffy characters especially find these pens much easier to write with, because obviously they've got paws and little teeny weeny pens are harder to write with. These slot in nicely in the little hooks in the side of their books. A lot of people were asking me, what are your children carrying around the parks in the bags? The children have always carried their own drinks, a snack, some wet wipes and tissues. And now this trip, they've been able to carry their own autograph books too, which I just can't tell you how magical that is. The children had some pin badges. We haven't actually taken these out of the packaging yet, so I will show them to you now, and then I'm going to get them put on the children's lanyards. So William had this lovely Chippendale, or tic-tac as they say, Paris pin badge. William has not been a massive collector of pin badges, but I think he's going to start collecting them to put onto his lanyard. Then Bella has got Winnie the Pooh, which is the very first character meet that they ever had where they could do hugs. And then Zara has got Marie, who is one of her very favourite Disney characters. We actually did a Marie Disney bound on the last day, and the girls looked super cute. Now the reasons they haven't been attached yet is because Disney pin badges come as standard with these little Mickey heads. Now, unfortunately, we've had 1 or 2 pin badges fall off with just those Mickey heads. So while we were in Florida, I bought a pack of these, which are like locking mechanism pin back things. So you kind of screw them on with this little device, and then the pin badges are almost impossible to lose. So rather than just quickly attaching the pins to them while they're in the parks, I thought, right, I would attach them securely with these locking pin badges to make sure they don't get lost. So the next purchase is for the girls. Now we made a lot of purchases this time that we won't be having to buy next time we return to Disneyland Paris. But on our next trip, obviously we're not going to need to repurchase the plushes or these, for example, which we bought for the girls. These are little hoodies. They needed new hoodies for the summer anyway, and these are just absolutely gorgeous. They're pale pink with like a darker pink Minnie face and some little bright colours for the fireworks on the front. And then they say Disneyland Paris 30 on the sleeve. I know the girls will wear these all through the summer, just over the little dresses and things, as well as every time we return to Disneyland Paris. Now William didn't actually need anything like this because I bought him the kind of Letterman jacket, style jacket from Shop Disney. Now Shop Disney are adding bits and pieces to their Disneyland Paris collection all the time, so I will leave a link below to that specific page. So if you're looking for any of these bits and pieces, try there first and see if they are available from Shop Disney UK. So the other thing I was on the lookout for in Disneyland Paris was the 30th anniversary Spirit jersey. Now it's in white, not a terribly practical colour for the parks, but it had really beautiful lettering across the back. Now these were sold out, then they were briefly in stock again, and then sold out again, and there was no sign of them at all while we were there. However, they did have this really gorgeous turquoise Disneyland Paris Spirit jersey. They did have the turquoise and green ears to go with this, and I did see a Loungefly, but it was on someone walking around the park in these colours, but I didn't actually see any for sale. I love this. It's a really beautiful colour. It's a very similar kind of colourway to one that I almost bought on the cruise. It's really bright and vibrant and gorgeous, so really pleased about that. I tend to like a small in a Spirit jersey. I'm a UK kind of 8 to 10, probably more a 10 than an 8. And I like a small, and that's kind of big enough on me. I did try on an extra small and it fit, but I kind of prefer them slightly more oversized. When we were in Walt Disney World, I did end up buying a medium Spirit jersey, and I do feel like that one is a bit too big for me. But then in Walt Disney World, I did end up wearing it over denim jackets and other things as well, so it wasn't the end of the world. But a small, I'd say, is the best size for me. So I picked that up in the shop near the teacups in Fantasyland. I think it's Sir Mickey's, but they had a lot of these outside as well as in other places through the parks. It was a toss-up between the turquoise one and a lovely stripy one that I saw, kind of very nautical themed. And I really was in two minds. I ended up getting the turquoise one purely because it was there and it was the last day and I thought I was going to end up going home with no Spirit jersey. But then when we went into Studios Park, my husband bought me this, which is the other one I was looking at. Now I love this. This is probably a lot more kind of my colouring. In my kind of real life, I do wear a lot of navy. So although white is not terribly practical for like getting makeup on or food spilt down or whatever, this I'll probably wear more than any of like the other ones really that I've got, because it is quite kind of day-to-day colours for me. So absolutely in love with this. This was a present from my husband. And something we bought for my husband, or the children chose for him anyway, and I paid for, was this 30th anniversary mug. Now if you look very carefully, it's got lots of lettering all over it. Can you see? Kind of hidden lettering. And when the mug gets hot, when you pour boiling water into it, all of that lettering appears, which is really, really cool. So he's got that to have his coffee from in the mornings. Something else we picked up in the same shop that we got the mug and the blue Spirit jersey is this Mickey Mouse house. So this is just a little play set. I took it out of the box when we were in Paris so that I could pack it into a smaller kind of sizing to travel home. It perhaps would have been better if we'd had the space to just make it travel home like this, but I put it inside a Loungefly bag wrapped up in a Spirit jersey to kind of protect it. I'm not sure how it opens. It does open. The children have been playing with it. How does this even work? I don't know. Ah, there we go. So you can get into Mickey Mouse's house like that. They wanted this because they thought it was a bit like the bit where you go to meet Mickey in Fantasyland, and the bit where we went to meet Mickey in Fantasyland on the last day was just so magical. I really did cry all the happy tears. So they've got the Walt Disney World 50th castle that they had as a joint present for Christmas before we went on our Walt Disney World trip, and they wanted this to add to their little playset of when they're playing Disney. It does come with all these super cute little figures, which I've just put in this drawstring bag that I had a necklace or something from Etsy, and it came with this bag. So I thought this was ideal for keeping all their little bits and pieces together. So Mickey Mouse has got a bed, a wardrobe, little table, lots of other bits of furniture. It also comes with this little car, and then character wise it's got a little Mickey and Minnie, as well as a Donald and a Goofy. Something else that we bought, and you'll notice this is just the wrapper because we actually ate the chocolate, with a couple of these bars. Now this is a very Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory style thing that Disneyland Paris have got going on at the moment. Disneyland Paris sell you these chocolate bars for €5, and then you open them up. Then inside you have a chance to win a selection of prizes, from a VIP tour at Disneyland Paris for a party of 4, one stay of 2 nights and 1 day at Disneyland Hotel, park tickets, and hundreds of other prizes to be won. See back for details. The majority of them, when you open them up, they just say, thanks so much for participating. You haven't won on this occasion, but you know, hey, enjoy the chocolate. But then on the last day, we opened this one and look, we won. It's so exciting. I was not expecting it at all because I'd seen so many people open these and just, you know, with a thanks for participating. So we're so lucky to have won a prize. I've emailed off to Disneyland Paris, photograph of this plus the receipts. You do need to keep the receipts when you buy these in order to claim the prize, and I will let you know when they get back to me with what we've won. So how many episodes of the Disneyland Paris vlog series have you seen so far? I will link the playlist up here so you can catch up with any episodes that you haven't seen yet. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you have liked and subscribed and turned on the bell and done all the YouTubey things so you do not miss any more of the Disney magic. See you guys soon. Bye.